from Jane here from the Magic Junk Drawer, and I'm back ready to do the free little mini reads. Anybody that has questions, you can send them in. I'm going to do my best to try to keep up with them. Thank you all who tuned in on Saturday. We had a really good turnout. I even got some people did some donations through Super Chat, which is greatly appreciated. I appreciate every dollar, every subscriber. I'm just saging these cards because we did a lot the other night, and I haven't used them since. I just want to make sure that they're free of of anything that may be hanging out over here. Let me plug in the pineapple lamp so that we have a little more light. And whenever you're ready, you can start sending in the questions, and I'll do my best to keep up with them. I'm a few minutes late because I had to call Volkswagen and complain again. And I'm so not a complainer. I actually hate when people complain. I think it's a really unattractive quality. But they've really been, this whole company has really been screwing me around. So I gotta go to another Volkswagen dealer. I look like hell. I don't have any makeup on. I don't care. It is what it is. It was just one of those days. You know, you gotta love these car dealers that like blatantly lie to your face. Oh, for a Friday spell? Okay. You can email me. Email me at leomoon2588@gmail.com, and you can tell me the situation. Friday is for, it's really for love, but you could do a money spell on Friday too. I usually do money spells though on Thursdays or Sunday. I just usually keep Friday open for love spells. Okay, breakup goes on Saturday, so it might be up to you. Maybe you might want to do the Saturday one first and then wait until the following week for the Friday one. That's your call. I could even do a love one on Sunday. I prefer Friday. It depends how eager you are. Your love spells are on Friday, breakup are on Saturday because that's the day of Saturn, or banishing, anything like that, if you want to remove anything. Is Zach, my Gemini, in love with me, or is he in love with someone else? Is he a player? Geminis can come off like players. They usually aren't. All right, let's see. Is the Gemini, Zach, a player? I'll ask that one first. You got 70% chance that he is a player, but I don't know, he's not really feeling like a player to me. Gemini usually, not so much that they're players, that they're just all over the place. You know, they're very scattered, and sometimes you have their attention and sometimes you don't. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's a player. Let me ask if he's in love with you. Like when I think of players, it's usually people that have a lot of Scorpio, could be a lot of Sagittarius, even Aries, because they know how to get what they want. Gemini is a little bit more, like with air signs, it's just that they're like free spirits and all over the place. It's not so much that they're looking with intent to be like that, that's just how they are. All right, is the Gemini in love with her? Okay, you got a 70% chance that he is in love with you because you got two aces, right? And you got two good aces. These are good aces because this would be a new beginning in love. And if I was just doing a love reading and the Ace of Pentacles came up, I would also see that as a new beginning. And then the last card you got here was the Two of Pentacles. So if you feel like this relationship has gone out of balance or the situation has gone out of balance, balance will be restored. This is like when things are functioning well. So it could be that he just went a little bit aloof for a while. I wouldn't get too hung up on it because that's kind of like, you know, they always say like Geminis come off bipolar. They're not. It's just that they're they're very much in their head and they're all over the place. But they're not usually intending to be like that. It's just how they are. All right, now I know that I missed some questions here, so let me see if I can go back. Okay. Will he leave her and come back to me? Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to do the reading, and then I'm going to give you some advice on that. Okay, so you have the ace, which is an automatic 33% chance, yes. Now, you didn't say if he was a water sign or if you're a water sign. If one of you is a water sign, this is the one of you, which would be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And then the third card here, which was actually the first card that came up, is a celebration. So I do think he's the Cancer. Okay, so I think he is coming back to you. So whenever you find yourself in a situation when there is a third party, this is a law of attraction thing. If you focus on the third party, it makes the third party stronger. If you pay no attention to them and don't let them enter your mind, they kind of vanish. So what they say is, anytime you're in a relationship with somebody, doesn't matter who it is, it could be your best friend. If somebody else shows up, it's because it was in your subconscious mind, and that subconscious sent it out there, which is fine. Now you know that this is something that if you called it in, you can send it away. So you're going to send this person away. You want to ignore them. You do not want to give them any of your attention, which means you don't want to do things like look them up on social media, talk about them, nothing. You don't want to give them any attention. So you focus on what you liked about the relationship you had with him when you guys were together, and not focus on the things that tore you apart or that hurt. So if you find yourself having conversations in your mind like, well, you blew me off for her, and how come you're with her, and this, that, the next thing, try to cut that off right there and focus on the way you felt when you were with him and things were different, because you want to cultivate more of that and bring back the good feeling rather than that I lost to a third party, because the third party can go away as fast as they came in. So I hope that helps. It might take a little bit of work, because I found that with any of this law of attraction stuff, it's all kind of taken me a little bit of time to get a handle on it. So just know that if it doesn't happen overnight, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Okay, the next one is, my Sagittarius using me, and does he have any feelings for me? Okay. Now, Sagittarius is a freedom-loving sign. So, is the Sagittarius using? I don't think he's using you. First of all, here he is, fire sign. And then that's you too, you're an Aries. And then you only got a 33% chance. So basically, I don't think that this person is using you. What was the other part of the question? Does he have feelings for you? Let's look into that. See, I would see or feel a Sagittarius being more of a player than a Gemini, although they're opposite signs. So that doesn't always hold true for either of them. Okay. Does the Sagittarius have legit feelings for the Aries? Yes or no? 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so you got 33% chance, yes, he does. Okay, have feelings for you. And then the next card here is the 6 of Cups, which could be nostalgia for the past, or looking back on the relationship with rose-colored glasses. And then the last card you got is the Moon, which is a secret. So if you're feeling like maybe he's been keeping his feelings for you secret, they could come out at some point. So it could just be the kind of situation where he's just not really good with expressing how he feels. And he sometimes, especially with guys, they come off like they don't have feelings and they have everything under control. But if you've ever noticed, I mean, I've noticed this just from the amount of people that I've read, the men tend to fall in love faster and have a harder time getting over the breakup than the women do, but it doesn't seem that way. It doesn't, on the outside, it doesn't seem that way, but it really is usually true. Not always, but usually true. So I would be surprised if he didn't express his feelings for you at some point. Okay, let me see who's next. What's new coming to the Libra? Okay, so let's say between now and the end of the summer, anything that we want the Libra to know, what's coming in for the Libra? Okay, this is kind of interesting, okay? Because the first card you got is the Empress. Now, the Empress, typically speaking, is a mother, or it could be the birth of a child, the conception of a child. It's also the Venus card. So anything related to the Venus, this card could be. It could be money, beauty, love. This was the first card that you got. Now, the second card is the Tower, which is somewhat of a disaster or crumbling. Something crumbles. And then the next card you got here was the Ten of Swords, which is feeling like you've been stabbed in the back and betrayed. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So the Six of Pentacles here is like working together. It's balance. Balance gets restored to the relationship, or you're working well with someone. And this usually, to me, deals more with a relationship than it does a work situation. It could be your love life, it could be a friendship, it could be a family member, but it's something that's working well. And then the last card you have here is the Nine of Cups. So it looks like something great comes in, whether it be the birth of a child, money, conception, something that deals with anything Venus. Then there's a little bit of a disaster, feeling of being betrayed, but balance gets restored and your wish comes true. So anything that you're wishing for come like the end of the summer, focus on it because you're going to get it. When the wish card shows up, you get your wish. I hope that that helps. Okay, let me go back and see. That was the Libra. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Tiffany. Insight on my situation with my friend Chris. I'm wondering if he wants to reconcile or should I give up and try to move on? Okay, so in this situation, even before I do the reading, this is your decision. You want to reconcile with him, you reconcile with him. If you don't, if it's not that important to you and you don't want to put the energy in, then you don't. Now, if this is the kind of situation where you had a falling out or something, you haven't spoken, my best advice would be, and I've done this too, because I've had friends like, and I recently told this situation, I had a good friend of mine that for whatever reason stopped returning my text messages. Nothing happened, we didn't have a fight, and then like I saw him a couple of times and I felt like he kind of tried to avoid me. And then one day I ran into him somewhere and I just totally dropped that story about him being mad at me. And I just went over to him and I was like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. And I just picked up where we left off and I dropped the whole story about something being wrong. And that was reflected in my reality because now we talk again. So if you want to reconcile with this person, you put it in your mind that you want to do it. And you just convince yourself that there is nothing wrong. There is no reason why this person should be mad at you. And when you feel positive enough about it, that's when you reach out to the person. But let's ask, does Chris want to reconcile? Because you know what? It really is true. You create your own reality. You can have anything that you want as long as you set your mind to it and you focus on it. And don't let anybody else tell you anything. You're like, you don't need someone telling you, no, that's not possible. It is possible. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, okay, you got 3 aces here. You've got 3 aces, which is a 99% chance that he wants to reconcile. So my suggestion would be work on how you're feeling about the situation, and once you've changed your feelings about it, that's when you reach out. Hope that helps. Okay, let's see. Should I leave my Cancer man alone for good? I'm a Libra. Okay. Should the Libra leave the Cancer? Well, you got a 70% chance that yes, you should. But the last card here is the 4 of Wands, which is the happy home. It's the engagement card. So my suggestion here would be, like, once again, all of these things come back to the law of attraction. If this relationship is really something that you want to let go of, and you're just having that, you know, when you get into that situation where you're caught between, well, I kind of don't want to be alone, and it's really not that bad. And then on the other hand, you're just like, oh my God, I can't stand this anymore. That's the decision that you have to make, because this situation can go either way. When the 4 of Wands shows up, there's usually a happy home, an engagement, or something celebratory coming up. So I think that if you really want to work on this relationship, you can make this relationship work. That's kind of like an internal question for you. I hope that that helps. The 4 of Wands is, you know, that's the caveat. You may not be, you got a 70% chance you should leave, but then the happy home shows up. So it's, think about what you really want in your own heart and then focus on that, because there's your answer. I know that's kind of wishy-washy, but when it comes to, like, you create your own destiny. So we can look at these cards for a snapshot of what's happening right now, but it's not the be all end all. Things can change. You can change. If you're questioning it, it makes me wonder how happy you really are. And sometimes putting in too much effort where it's just kind of fizzled out, then it's not worth it. But I can't answer that. That's like that's how you feel. I hope that that helps. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Should I leave the Cancer? Okay. Hi, Gloria. Is Karina going to text me today? You only have a 33% chance, and I already got 1 ace, so that's like a 33% chance. And the Knight of Pentacles is kind of stagnant, and then the next card is the 9 of Wands. So I'm not thinking that you're going to get that text message today. I would do a little bit more focusing on it, and then try to let it go, and maybe you're going to hear from Karina tomorrow. Come on, Dylan. It's tight quarters over here. I'm going to fill up his bone with some peanut butter, so maybe he'll be quiet a little bit. He likes my attention. All right, there you go. Good boy. All right, good boy. All right, let's see. Who's next? Okay. All right. You're welcome. Will I find love very soon? Okay, so let's say between now and September 1st, is there love coming in? Will there love be coming in? Between now and September 1st. I know when you're living through it, it seems like September 1st is 10 years away, but it really isn't. And when you look back on it, it goes so fast. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Okay, you got a 33% chance that somebody comes in by September 1st, and that person will probably be an air sign, an Aries, Aquarius, or a Libra, and the person may even be financially stable. But I'm going to pull a playing card just to see if we can get a better, timing is a real bitch, but let's see if we can get some timing on when will love show up. What month will love show up? September. All right, so let's think that maybe it doesn't happen by September 1st, or maybe it happens by the end of the summer, which is September 21st. Focus on what you want, put it out into the universe, and it should come back to you. Okay. Okay, is Lauren going to get married? Is Lauren going to get married? Well, you have a 33% chance. And that person could possibly be a fire sign when the wands show up, which would be a Sagittarius, an Aries, or Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. But this is what I want to say about marriage, only because questions like this, and when you're dealing with tarot cards, you really have to have an open mind about it. So, like, to me, if I were to ask that question to somebody, my intention would be, am I going to get married? Which means, am I going to be standing in a church with a priest in front of me? Do you take him to be your husband and do you take her to be your wife? To me, that's marriage, right? That would be what's in my head. But when we start dealing with the spirit world and tarot cards and the way messages come in, there are people, right, that live together for 20 years and never get married, and they have a better relationship than the people that live next door that have been married for 50 years, that never sleep in the same bed with each other, and they are both having affairs on the side. So asking questions like this, sometimes you really have to think about it. Just because it said 33% chance doesn't mean that you only have a 33% chance that you're going to get married. It could be that you only have a 33% chance of actually physically being married in the eyes of the state. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really believe that you only have a 33% chance. Plus, I also think that the way things change and fluctuate, you may not want to get married today, and then something changes tomorrow, and you're like, this is the guy I want to marry. Like, things are so different. I've had so many of my friends that have been like, I'm just not going to get married. I just like being single. And then the next thing I know, they're married. And I'm like, thought you were never getting married. What's going on? You know, like the same thing with children. They didn't want children. Now all of a sudden they have 3 kids. So 33% chance you're in control of this. So if you want to get married, focus on it. And then you have to think about, what's marriage to you? Do you need to be married in the eyes of the state? If you lived with somebody, would that constitute enough of a marriage? Because the way that I feel now, I don't need to be legally married. When I was 20, I felt like I had to be. I don't know, I guess it's just not that important to me anymore. So that changes too. Anyway, so I hope that helps. All right, let's see. Am I going to get married? Okay, is the Pisces going to reconcile with the Leo? Pisces, will there be a reconciliation with the Leo? Will there be a reconciliation with the Leo? Yes, definitely. You got two aces, which is 70%. And then the last card was the Empress. The Empress is the Venus card. It's anything that has to deal with beauty, love, money, anything like that. Yes. I was wondering if he was ever going to propose. It's been 9 years. Okay. Is Alicia getting a marriage proposal? It's been 9 years. Got a 70% chance that yes, you're getting the marriage proposal. And then the last card here is the Seven of Swords, which is feeling a little bit betrayal. But that just might be that you're feeling that way because it's been 9 years. I'm just going to pull a playing card to see if we can come up with a timing aspect. Timing for the marriage proposal. 5 of Spades. The spades could be the fall. The 5 could be the 5th of any month. It could be the month of May, or it could be 5 days, 5 weeks. Timing is so difficult. But a lot of times, like I'll say to somebody 5 days, 5 weeks, the fall or May, and it's like, okay, like, how about, well, sometime. But when it happens and you look back and you're like, okay, it happened in May. It was right. Or it happened on Halloween. It was in the fall. So I hope I hope that helps. Okay. How does my Cancer crush feel about me currently? Okay, how is the Cancer crush feeling currently? Okay. The Cancer right now is feeling a little bit stuck, but something comes in and changes extremely fast. The Swords come in and they change the landscape. So if this person is not expressing how they feel or they've been a little bit aloof, that is going to change, and it's going to change out of the blue. The next card is the Three of Wands, so it's feeling prepared. There is some kind of thoughts running through this person's mind. The person is thinking about it. The Empress, which is the Venus card, so that's definitely a good omen. And then the last card is Strength. It may be, Cancer is a funny sign because they're very tough on the outside. They're very soft on the inside. They would rather you think that they don't like you than let you see how they feel, because they don't like to let that part of themselves be shown. This person may just be waiting for the strength to move forward. When you got the Empress, there's definitely love or something. Something's brewing with the Cancer. Okay. May I know who's coming towards me in love? Okay. Who's showing up when it comes to love for Lena? Lena. What can we expect in love for Lena? Well, you could have a Leo show up, or a Virgo, or maybe it might be somebody that's on the cusp of that. So the first card you have is the Four of Wands, which means someone's showing up because this is the happy home. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles, which generally in a career read would be a new business opportunity. But since this is a love reading, this is a new offering with love. That's the way I see it in a question like this. The next card is the Strength card, which is a Leo. The next card is a Virgo, which means I'm wondering if this person is born very late August, like August 21st, 22nd, 23rd, something like that. Leo, Virgo cusp. And then the last card is the Wheel of Fortune, which means you've got a lot of, you put it out into the universe because someone's showing up. Now, if the person isn't a Leo or a Virgo, it could be that that's the timing of it. The person shows up at that time when the sun is moving from Leo into Virgo. Okay. Let's see. Yes, everyone can ask questions. Just send them in and I'll do my best to get to them. How does Aaron feel about me, about the message I sent him? Okay. How is Aaron feeling about the message he received? Okay, it looks like he's definitely thinking about something. So the first card you got here is the Empress, which we know is love, it's money, it's definitely good. The next card is the Seven of Pentacles, which is sort of contemplating what's going on. Looking like thinking about what happened, going over it in his mind. And then the Emperor. The Emperor is a strong figure. So if he's going to take charge, he's going to do something about it, is when the Emperor shows up. He just may need a minute to digest it or soak it in. He's making you wait, maybe, if that's the case. He's going to move forward when the Emperor shows up. The Wheel of Fortune, which means you definitely have possibility. There are things here that the wheel is in motion. Things are going to be changing and there's going to be more opportunity. And then the last card is the Hangman in reverse. Sorry, it was in reverse. Which means if he has not acted on it and he's been stagnant and he hasn't done anything, he's coming out of that and he's gonna do something about it. So either he was happy that he got the text message and he's just making you wait and he's thinking about it, or he's contemplating it and he's going to move forward, but it's something that is very positive. He felt positive about it. There was definitely no negativity in there. Okay. How does Jasmine feel? Okay. How's Jasmine feeling about Cool J? How is Jasmine feeling? Three of Cups, celebration. This person feels good. Definitely feels good. The Chariot, she's going to be moving forward, or she's a Cancer. And then the last card is Justice. So if you feel like justice hasn't been served or karma hasn't happened, things are going to turn around. This is good. This is good. If you're not with this person or you haven't connected yet, I think there's going to be a connection. Definitely. These cards are very good. It's like feeling good, happiness, upbeat. Okay. So right now I'm up to CP. Sagittarius ever be in a romantic relationship with the Gemini? Sagittarius and Gemini are opposites. Opposites oftentimes attract. I think that there's a very good connection with that. Okay. Sagittarius, Gemini, what's going on? Will they be in a relationship? Okay, so this is interesting. The first card here is the King of Cups. Neither one of you is a water sign, but maybe one of you have a lot of water. Like maybe the Gemini might have some Cancer in there, and this could be you. But then there's cooperation showing up. So it's a relationship that works well together. There's cooperation. It's pretty balanced, and you have a 33% chance that yes, you will be in a relationship. But I just see at the bottom of the deck the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is the soulmate connection, but it also happens to be the Gemini. So I'm thinking that you have a greater chance of yes, being in a relationship with this person than you don't. So remember, focus on what you want and don't let the doubts eat away at you. Stay positive, stay focused. Okay. Let me see, where was I? Okay. Yeah, you can update me. You guys can email me too, or you can comment on the videos if you want. I need a heads up. Do you see an ex trying to return this month? Exes are definitely showing up in the month of July. Definitely. Between now and August 15th, while Mercury is retrograde, there's going to be all kinds of people from the past showing up. Okay, is there an ex showing up in July? Definitely. The first one here is the Ace of Cups. So that's 33% chance, and you're beginning with love. The next card here was the Emperor. So the Emperor knows how to get what they want. It could be if this person is an Aries, or if you're an Aries, this person shows up and they're not messing around. Like, this is not wishy-washy. The Emperor knows how to get things done. And the last card here you got was the Lovers. So the Lovers, the soulmate card, are reuniting. Union of the souls, something's going on, and I can't swear that it's going to happen by the end of July. I'm thinking more along the lines of while Mercury is retrograde, and you know that can go, like, I would even give it to the end of August. Okay, what rumors are around my high school about me? Well, you know, Alexis, I wouldn't want to give any attention to rumors. Giving attention to rumors just blows them up. I would just try to ignore all that. But let's see. How about this? Are there any rumors going around high school about Alexis? You got a 70% chance that yes, there are rumors. I wouldn't give them any attention because it's just going to make matters worse. Let me tell you something. I went to a high school where there were a lot of rumors that went around about me, and none of them were true. None of them, not even a little bit. So I would try not to give them any attention because it's just going to blow them up. Anything you pay attention to, and if you talk about it, you know, you hear something, like, for example, so stupid, this one guy who was kind of like dorky in high school, he told his friends that he hooked up with me. It never happened. I don't know why he said that. I don't know, I had a lot of nerve back then because I called him out in front of his friends. But me talking about it with my friends made it worse. If I just ignored it, it would have went away. But I couldn't. I was so mad. It was so stupid looking back. But you know, you live and you learn. When you're in high school, you know, they say it's the best 4 years of your life. It's also the worst. I think it's the worst. I would really try not to pay attention to any of those rumors. I know it's really hard, but that's just what they are. They're rumors. They're not true. All right, let me see if I can get anything else about that situation. Do they think that you may be naive? Because the Fool can be naive. There's nothing here bad that's coming up. Really what sticks out is the Fool, which is that you might be a little naive. Or do people try to pull fast ones on you? That could be. But I would ignore anything that you hear. Don't pay any attention. Don't talk about it. Just ignore it. That's my advice. Having lived through it, I had so many damn rumors that went on about me. You wouldn't even believe it. I know, I like the green one too. I like the color of it. Thank you. One of my friends bought them for me. She thought it was funny, and I'm like, whatever. I teach hot yoga, so my hair's a mess all the time. It's really easy to just throw the wig on. Okay. I'm feeling lost in life. Okay. Okay, what's going on here for Anna, who's feeling a little bit lost? What's going on for Anna? Anything coming up that can kind of breathe a new fresh air into Anna's life? Well, you definitely have some money coming in, which is a good thing. So the first card here is the Four of Cups in reverse, which means if you've been overthinking or thinking about things and feeling a little bit lost, like you said, that's going to start to lift. This is not going to be lasting. And then the next card is the Arguments in reverse, which means if you've been bickering or arguing with somebody, that's also coming to an end. The next card is the Six of Cups in reverse. So if you were looking back either on a past life experience, not a past life, like another life, but like a situation in this life, you've been looking back on it and thinking that it was so wonderful, you're starting to realize that it wasn't as good. So this is like looking back on the past and seeing it exactly for what it was. Maybe not being happy that it happened, but grateful that you're moving on from it. And then the Ten of Pentacles shows up. Money comes in, and this doesn't have to be money that you earn. This could be money that is given to you. It could be money that's inherited. It could also be money that you win, unexpected money, a bonus, something just shows up that can breathe a little bit of fresh air into your life. The last card here is the Queen of Swords. So the swords are an air sign. If you're an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, it could be you, or it could be that this person shows up. And this person could be a friend, a trusted coworker, or it could be a new love. We don't know, but it's going to be somebody of significance when they show up, and they'll be an air sign, or they'll be somebody with heavy air in their chart. So for example, if it's somebody that's born on like February 22nd and they're a Pisces, they may have a couple of planets in Aquarius, and they may be a little bit more Aquarian. So I think that you do have a new friend or a new lover showing up. You definitely have money coming in, and I think this funk is going to pass. Okay, let's see, where are we? Does anyone Champagne, you want to know about your soulmate. So this is somebody that you haven't met before, or you have someone in mind. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to ask, is the soulmate coming? Is there a soulmate relationship showing up for Champagne? Did I read that right, Champagne? Is there a soulmate coming in? Is there a soulmate coming in? The happy home just jumped out. So I'm thinking, yeah, you got somebody showing up. Yes, okay. So the first card you have here is a fire sign, which means the person is probably a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, or this could be you. The next card you have is the Victory card. And then the last card you have is the Ace of Cups, which, yes, there is a soulmate connection or somebody coming in that is going to be very, a significant relationship. Let's put it that way. All right, let's see. How does Warren feel about me? How does Warren feel about me? How is Warren feeling? Were you in a relationship with him before? Because he's got the, looking back on an old relationship with rose-colored glasses. He's missing you, or he's wishing that things were different. The next card here is the Queen of Swords. So if this person is an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, this is them, or it could be you. You have the Chariot. The Chariot could be if one of you is a Cancer, or it's that this person is moving forward. So if you think that the relationship is over or it's at a standstill, something is going to change. And then the next card is the Four of Cups, which he's thinking about this. He may not be sure yet what to do, but it's definitely in his mind. And the last card is the Star card, which also could be an Aquarius. But the Star card is like a wish comes true. So if you want this to happen, focus on having it and let go of all the doubts, because when the wish card shows up, the Star card, you get your wish. So it's definitely positive. There's definitely positivity in that reading. Okay. Okay, where am I? What was Brian's first impression of me? Brian's first impression, the Fool. So the Fool is spontaneity. It's not that you don't think before you do something, but it's like throwing caution to the wind. It's like calling in sick and going to the beach. So his first impression of you was probably, this person is a lot of fun. This person likes to do spontaneous things. Like, he doesn't think that you're a stick in the mud. He thinks that, like, you guys could have a good time together. The Fool is a great card. It's also a new beginning. So he could have seen you as a new beginning, or if this is somebody who you never met before and this was his first impression, he may have been looking at you like you're a potential love connection. The Fool is a good card. All right, let's see. Does my ex Matthew want to reconcile with me? Is Matthew looking for a reconciliation? All righty, let's see. Come on, Matthew. What are you thinking? You want to reconcile? Yes, you got 3 aces. So you got a 99% chance here that this guy is looking for a reconciliation. So I would say between now and the time that Mercury goes direct, which would be like the middle of August, even the end of August, there's going to be a reconciliation. Okay. Is it about sleeping with guys? Okay. Are the rumors that are circulating about Alexis about sleeping with guys? I want to say yes, only because those rumors are so common. You don't even want to know how many of them I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. Yes, you got 3 aces. 3 aces. Those are the most common rumors. And you know what? I hate to say it like this, but if somebody is going around saying they slept with you, it's a compliment, because they're wishing that they did. Ignore them. Just ignore them. Do not let them steal any of your peace, because it's not worth it. I promise you, it's not worth it. Assholes. Thank you. Oh my God, it's so easy to throw on a wig. What do the work people think about CP? What do co-workers think about CP? I think that you're pretty well respected. But is this something that keeps you up worrying? Or something that weighs on your mind? The Knight of Pentacles, he's a little slow, but he's steady. So these people may be looking at you like you're responsible, you're stable, and you know how to get things done, although you might do it in your own time, which is fine. The next card here you have is the 9 of Swords, which means somebody is worried. So it's usually you're concerned with what they think, or you're worrying about what people think. Don't worry about it, because they're looking at you like responsible. The Pentacles are the earth signs, so it's like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're people that stay grounded, and they're people that you can trust. So it's like comes off like a trustworthy kind of a thing. And then the last card here is the Ace of Wands, which could be like somebody who knows how to get things done. I do think that they see you in a favorable light. Okay, how does Ruben feel about me? All right, how does Ruben feel about Benita? Oh, relax. Relax. There's nobody outside. It's fine. Want peanut butter? Here. Want some peanut butter? No, you had enough? All right, then go lay down. Okay, the first card you have here is the Temperance card, which means that either it could be that one of you is a Sagittarius, or it could be that balance gets restored to the situation, or this just could be that you need to have a little bit of patience with Ruben. The next card is the Star card, which could be an Aquarius, if one of you are an Aquarius. Sagittarius and Aquarius, I feel, make good matches because they both need a good deal of freedom. Or this could be a wish card. So if this is a relationship or something that you're hoping you take to the next level, your wish can come true. Three of Pentacles is working well together. It could even be that he's somebody that you work with, or maybe you met at work, but this is a situation that works well. This is not like bickering and fighting. This is smooth. And then if there was bickering and fighting, it's coming to an end. The last card here is the Hanged Man, which means that somebody is feeling complacent. So if it's the kind of thing, I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but if it's the kind of relationship where your relationship has been very casual, it just may be that he's a little bit stagnant and not taking it to the next level because he's just comfortable. So sometimes like people get comfortable and they don't want to make things, they don't want to rock the boat because they feel like, you know, it's working. But basically here, I'm thinking that if you want more out of this relationship, when the Star card shows up, you can have it. So focus on what you want and ignore anything that you don't like. Just do what you can to ignore it. I know it's not easy. Okay, let's see. I'd like a reading. Yes, yeah, I like to do questions, so just send in a question. Aw, sending blessings. I love that. How does Ashley feel about me? All right. How is Ashley feeling? How is Ashley feeling? The Page of Wands in reverse. Does she feel like you don't move fast enough? She might be feeling like you're not moving so fast. King of Pentacles in reverse. Could that be possible? Maybe she's waiting for you to make the move. But the last card here is the Happy Home. So she may be hoping that you make a move or that you do something to move the relationship forward. Maybe she feels like you're dragging your feet a little bit. Okay. How does Dario, the Capricorn, feel about the Leo? Okay. How's the Capricorn feeling about the Leo? Okay, so the first card you have here is the Ace of Swords. So something changes fast. So something on the playing field is going to change fast. And then you have the Star card, which could be an Aquarius or it could be your wish comes true. So if this is someone you want to be in a relationship with or you want to take it to the next level, you can have that. Right in the center of the spread is the Worry Anxiety card. Somebody's worried. If it's you and you're worried, try to let go of that. Focus on what you want and not on the doubts, because if this is someone who's being kept up all night worrying. The next card here is the Five of Swords, which is like minor bickering, a little bit of fighting. But the Knight of Swords, something, now the two swords on either end of the reading, something is changing. So if your relationship has not come to fruition yet, that can change. The swords come in and they kind of level the playing field. Or it could be that this person's an air sign. Oh no, you told me it wasn't an air sign. I would say, like I'm telling everyone, focus on what you want and do not focus on what you don't like. Stay positive, and you don't have to talk to anybody about this stuff. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing. Focus on what you want out of the relationship. Swords on the either ends, this relationship can change really fast. Okay. Yes, everyone can just send in your questions. I don't know how much longer my phone is going to last. I may have to sign off and then I'll come back on again tomorrow at some point. Okay, what are the ex's intentions? Okay, what are Anna's ex's intentions? All right, Dylan, relax. There's nobody out there. It's all right. Well, he's working on something. He's got intentions, because this is like the Apprentice card. This is working for something. Now, the next card here is Temperance, which could be a Sagittarius, or it could be that balance gets restored to the situation, or that you need to have a little bit of patience. The Ace of Swords, something is coming in and changing the playing field. It could even be that they're looking for a sex. Page of Cups, which could be a Pisces, or it could be a water sign, if that's him. And then the last card is the King of Swords. This guy may be looking to hook up. I mean, you know what? You could have fun with it if you want. It could be, you know, something fun to do. You know, that's your call. Okay, let's see. Sometimes the Ace of Swords can mean the person's looking for, like, hooking up. Okay. My question is, does Israel feel negative feelings towards me right now? Does he feel anger or hate me, or feel like I betrayed him? I'm an Aquarius, and he's an Aries. Okay. How is Israel feeling? Is he feeling betrayed? Yeah, he does, because he got 70%. And then the last card here, which was the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like he's feeling like there's some kind of betrayal that went on. Let me see if I can get anything else on it. How is Israel feeling? He might be coming out of it, though. Yeah, I think he's getting over it. So the first card here is the Knight of Cups, which is the Knight in Shining Armor. So even though he was feeling betrayed, or maybe he felt like something wasn't too legit, he's moving out of that, not feeling that way so much anymore, because the Five of Cups is in reverse. So it's coming out of that kind of a funk, and balance gets restored with Temperance. And the Sun card is happiness, so he's letting go of whatever it was. And then the last card is the Page of Wands. I think whatever it is that made him feel betrayed, hate doesn't show up. I don't think he hates you. I think he was feeling a little bit betrayed, but he's moving past it. And he's working on forgiveness, and balance will be restored to the situation. Or a second chance, even. Okay. Will I marry a person from my nationality, or will the person be foreign? Sagittarians usually have a thing with foreign people. If you're a Sagittarius, or you have Sagittarius in your 7th house, could be foreign born. But let's see. Will CP marry a foreign born person? I think so. You got 2 aces, right, which is 70%. And then the last card here, which is the 10 of Cups, happiness on all levels. I think the person will be foreign born. Or if you're not a Sagittarius, maybe you marry a Sagittarian. what's Brenda's impression? What was Brenda's first impression? Well, Brenda definitely liked you because the first card here was the Ten of Cups, which is happiness on all levels. Definite interest there. The Queen of Swords, if one of you is an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Justice, which could be a Libra, or it could be karma. This could be some kind of a karmic relationship or something shows up that restores balance and justice to your life. There may be a little bit of bickering or squabbling, so just look out for that and don't make it a big deal. Just kind of, it is what it is. And then the last card, the Ace of Pentacles, which in a love reading, I see it as a new beginning in love or a new offering of love. I think that Brenda definitely saw you in a positive light and would be willing to pursue something. Okay. How does Brian feel about Evelyn? I think this relationship is moving forward, and I think there's going to be a transformation. So the first card, there goes my pen. This is the pen that melted in the car. I love that. The first card is the Queen of Swords, which would be an air sign if one of you is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. The next card is the Knight of Wands if one of you is a fire sign, which would be Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. And then the Chariot is moving forward, or it could be a Cancer. So if neither of you are Cancer, then I'm thinking that this is the relationship is moving forward. And then the next card here is the Hangman in reverse, which is no longer being stagnant. So if you were in a situation with this person where they were not moving forward, that's going to change. And then there's the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new offering in love because it's a love reading, and Death is transformation. So if this person was in a standstill and not moving forward or not sure if they wanted to move forward, that's going to change. It's going to change. And it's probably going to change under Mercury retrograde. Okay, let's see. Will I be dating this guy who is a Pisces? Will the sunshine be dating the Pisces? Well, it looks like this could be a karmic relationship showing up for you because you got two aces, which is a 70% chance you're dating the Pisces. And then the last card is Justice. Justice either gets served or it's karma. So something is supposed to happen karmically here. Yeah, I do think that you will be dating the Pisces. Okay. What was Brian's real intention when he recently texted me? Okay, what's Brian's intention? Could be looking to hook up. Could be looking to hook up. Okay, so the Page of Swords, something changes quick. Swords come in and they shake things up. The next card is the Magician, which means like he was looking for magic, or he was trying to perform magic, And then the Nine of Wands is like feeling like you got over the hump. So if for some reason you hadn't been speaking to him and he was feeling like a little bit weighed down and like not really in the game, he's feeling like game on again. And the last card was the Five of Cups in reverse, which means he's not worried. He thinks that he's back in there. So I think that his intentions are he's looking to reconnect in some way. That's my take on it. Looking for some kind of a reconnection when he texted you. You'll probably hear from him again soon. Okay, does Joyce have admirers at work? Does Joyce have admirers at work? %70 chance, yes, you do. And then the last card is the Nine of Swords. So I don't know if it's something that worries you or something that you spend a lot of time thinking about. Maybe it's something that you're not thrilled with. I don't know, something that disturbs you about it. But yeah, there are admirers there, definitely. Does anyone from work have a crush on CP? %70 chance, yes, somebody does. The last card here is the Ten of Swords. So my suggestion when that shows up is just to be careful with people that you work with, because I don't want somebody to turn around and stab you in the back. Like, with this like sexual harassment shit that goes on these days, I would just be careful with work crushes, especially when that card has shown up. Yeah, I texted her this morning. I said, you said that you were going to call her tonight, then I would call her. I wouldn't wait. Does the Virgo feel regret for blocking me? I bet you get unblocked under Mercury retrograde. I think you're going to get unblocked. Is the Virgo sorry? Oh yeah, you got 3 aces. You're getting unblocked. Don't worry. You're definitely going to get unblocked. I'm saying during Mercury retrograde. All right, let's see. Why do I feel like somebody is thinking about me or somebody is stalking me? That type of energy. Okay, probably somebody is. If you're feeling that, it's probably that somebody is spending a lot of time thinking about you. So what happens with our thoughts is, and this happens all the time, and I tell this story about my friend. One of my best friend, when we were in college, she worked at this craft store, and I don't know why, we just found it really funny. The name of the store was Ben Franklin, and she worked there over summer break. And recently, like last year, I went into the store to buy something, and while I was in there, I was laughing, thinking about how we thought it was funny that she worked there. And when I left the store, I'm not even kidding you, I walked out the door, she was walking up the pavement, and she was going to the pet store. So what happens is, now she's one of my closest friends. So I don't have any of these thoughts like I can't reach out to her and maybe she doesn't want to hear from me and all that other bullshit that we think about when we're dealing with somebody who we have feelings for that may not always be reciprocating the way we want them to. Like, I don't have that when it comes to her. So my thoughts that went out about her were very high vibration. They went out on high vibe, right? And she was able to pick them up, of course, unconscious. She didn't know. And we wound up showing up at the same place together. So being that her and I were on the same wavelength, thinking about each other, we ended up in the same place. But it was such a pure thought. A lot of times when we think about people who we're in relationships with, or they did something to us that was unsavory, we have a lot of doubt and there's a lot of negativity and the vibration is much lower. So that's when we have all these things. Well, maybe he doesn't want to hear from me, or maybe he won't text me, or maybe somebody else is better for him, and so on and so forth. So that brings the vibration down. So this person is probably having those thoughts about you, and that's why you're picking up on them. You might not know who it is, but it probably is someone who you're going to run into soon, because that's what happens. So whenever we feel like we have a lot of negativity, or like even like these evil entities and black magic, people ask those questions all the time. Nothing can attach to you if you're vibrating high enough. So that's why it's so important to try to keep your vibration high. So even just singing, dancing, jogging, exercise, anything, taking a salt bath, anything like that that can kind of cleanse you of that kind of crap, cleanse your energy, cleanse your auric field, and it raises your vibration. So these people, I mean, somebody, I don't want to say stalking like it's danger, but somebody might be or is probably looking in on you on social media, or maybe driving past where you work or your house. I mean, listen, everyone's done it. But if you're feeling it, it's because somebody is, definitely. And it may even be more than one person. All right, let's see. How is the Libra feeling? I'm a Cancer and I'm trying to attract him back with positive thoughts. I would like to manifest a greater version of our relationship. Okay, the best suggestion that I can say is to focus on the moment in time where you felt the best with this person. So if you have a picture or something where you were with them, and if you look at that picture and you can kind of channel in your heart and in your soul the way that it felt in that moment, that's going to start to put that out into the universe, and you're going to start to get that back. And a better version of the relationship, you want to focus on what your thoughts are about this person. So let's just say, for example, the person had a bad habit of always being late. You want to focus on thinking, oh, he always arrives on time. That kind of stuff. Try to flip it around. Okay, let's see. How is the ex feeling right now? Definitely, there is some kind of weight of the world and not feeling very strong. So feeling a little bit weak and feeling like the weight of the world is on their shoulders and feeling a little bit. The case, what you can do on your end is start to focus on not feeling stuck, feeling like I'm in control, feeling like the ball is rolling, feeling like our relationship is on track, and putting that out there. Oh goodness, my phone is getting ready to die. Let me see how many more questions I can answer. Otherwise, I may come on tomorrow again. I'll see how my day goes. Oh no, I can't get the questions back. I can't get back to the chat, I guess because my phone, the power is low. All right, guys, then you know what? I'm going to end this here. And what I'll do is I will try to come back sometime tomorrow. I have tomorrow off, but I have some things I have to take care of. So at some point, I'm going to try to come on. And if I can, I'll post it to the community board so that you can see it. And if you like, share, subscribe me, and send me out to your friends, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm really trying to build this channel over the summer. Like, that's my goal for the summer. I would really appreciate it. And if you have any personal questions or things that you want to talk about and that you just don't want the whole world to see, my email and everything is always in my description box. Okay? Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.